Hi again, it's Vicki. So I thought I'd sit out in my garden and read you another one of my favorites. This is a favorite book of mine because it was given to my daughter by one of her teachers and we read it so many times. It's called Edward the Emu. It's such a funny story. Look at his funny face. Edward the Emu. Here he is. Edward the Emu. And it's written by Sheena Knowles. Edward the Emu. What is he doing? Let's see. Edward the Emu. Here he is. Just lying around. Edward the Emu was sick of the zoo. There was nowhere to go. There was nothing to do. And compared to the seals that lived right next door, well, being an emu was simply a bore. Bored. Do you guys feel bored some of these days? So does Vicki. That's why Vicki does a lot of the singing, and I read a lot of stories, and I do a lot of science because that makes me happy. But poor Edward didn't have anything to do. So that night, when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward jumped from his pen and he laughed as he said, "The seals are best, anybody can tell. So tomorrow I'll just be a seal as well." Look at him. You think he's going to see the seals? Possible. It's possible. The next morning at 9, when they opened the zoo, the seals, this is a seal, were all swimming, and Edward was too. Look, he's swimming with the seals. He dived in the water and basked in the sun, and he balanced a ball on his beak just for fun, just like the seal would do. Look, he's all wet with the seal. Well, Edward was really enjoying the day till he overheard someone behind the fence say, "The seals are always amusing, it's true, but the lion's the best thing to see at the zoo." Oh, look at, he's catching fish. Edward is catching fish like the sea lion, and the man said he likes to see the lions at the zoo. What kind of animals do you like to see at the zoo? The lions are my favorite too. So that night, when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward jumped from the pool and he smiled as he said, "The lion's the best, anybody can tell. So tomorrow I'll just be a lion as well." Really? Really, Edward? And he dived off the diving board and out from the seals. Oh. The next morning at 9, when the zookeeper opened the zoo, the lions were roaring, and Edward was too. He snarled at the ladies and gentlemen and growled at the men. Life was certainly grand for a lion in his den who looked ah. The lion is my favorite animal at the zoo. Silly Edward. Look, Edward's growling like the lion. Rawr. Can you make a noise like a lion? Let's do it together. Rawr. Wow, you're scary. Oh, very good. Well, Edward was having a wonderful day till a man in the crowd had the gumption to say, where is Edward? Edward, come on out. Don't hide. Lays around with the lion. Not in his mouth. The lion's the best, a beast I shall always detest. The snakes are the best things I like to see at the zoo. Oh, wow, the snakes? Who likes to see the snake? I like snakes. They're okay. Yeah. What about you? Look at Edward and the lion just lazing around on the tree. Let's see what Edward will do now. So that night, when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward crept from the cage and he grinned as he said, "If the snakes are the best things, and that's what they say, then tomorrow I'll just be a snake for the day." Look, what's he standing on? Do you think the lion likes that? I don't think so. I think the lion is saying, "Get off my head." So, the next day at 9, when they opened the zoo, the snakes were all hissing, and Edward was too. He slipped round the rocks. It was magic to see. Then he curled himself casually up round a tree. Look at him with the snake. Who likes snakes? Put your hand up. Who likes snakes? Not a lot of people like snakes. Some people are scared of a snake. What does a snake start with? What letter? Snake. S for snake. Well, let's see if everybody likes the snakes. Well, Edward was just warming up for the day when he overheard one of the visitors say, "The snakes are impressive, I know that's true, but the emu's by far the best thing at the zoo." What is he? Edward the emu. Someone thinks the emus are the best. Wow, so let's see. There he is. And he's all tied up with the big snake. Ooh, that's a long snake. What color is the snake? Green and yellow. Green and yellow stripes. That's lots of colors for snakes though. The emu gasped, "Oh, my goodness, that's me! I'm the one thing the gentleman most wants to see. Not the seals, the lions, the snakes, and the rest. It's Edward the emu. He likes to see best." Look, he's talking to the snake. The snake has him wrapped up. "Oh no, Edward, you better get out of there." Look. "Oh no, Edward, you better get out of there." Let's see what he's gonna do. Is he gonna go back to his own paddock? So that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward slipped from the cage and he laughed as he said, "If the emu's the best, that's easy then. Tomorrow I'm Edward the emu again." Look, the snakes are following him because he was a big dinner. And there's lots of different colored snakes here. What color snakes can you see? Yellow one? Right. A black and orange one. A black and white one. And the green one. And a brown one too. Many different colors of snakes. Let's see if Emu makes it back to his cage. Edward ran to the place where he used to reside. But, oh, what a shock when he clambered inside. He found himself suddenly come face to face with the emu they'd brought in to take Edward's place. One. And the one they brought in to take Edward's place. 2 emus. Goodness me. Looking at each other. He found himself suddenly come face to face with the emu they brought in to take Edward's place. Goodness. Look at them looking at each other. Who are you? Well, who are you? The emus considered each other a while. Then the new emu said, with a shy little smile, "Hello, I'm Edwina. It's nice meeting you. You're the best thing I've seen since I came to the zoo." Oh, there's a lady emu and a boy emu, and she thinks he's the best thing she's seen since she came to the zoo. Do you think they will be friends? Yes, it's nice to go visit other animals, and we can be kind to one another. And then it's nice to have a friend that's kind of like you too. That's the end of Edward and Edwina. Goodbye, Edward. Mwah. Goodbye, Edwina. Mwah. I hope you have fun at the zoo. And maybe you too. There they are. Happy Edward and happy Edwina. That's all for me. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.